What if we could live on Mars? For centuries, the red dot in the night sky has sparked human imagination. Mars feels both close and distant, a frozen desert that might one day be our second home. But what if we could actually live there? At first glance, Mars is hostile. Temperatures often drop below minus 100 degrees Celsius. Its thin atmosphere is almost entirely carbon dioxide. Radiation from the sun strikes the surface, and dust storms can cover the planet for months. Life there would be nothing like life on Earth, and yet the dream remains alive. Colonizing Mars isn't just about adventure. It's about survival, progress, and proving humanity can become a multiplanetary species. Building the first habitats. The first step to life on Mars would be shelters. Humans couldn't breathe the air or survive outside without protection. Colonists would need sealed domes or underground bases, possibly built from Martian soil to block radiation. Some imagine glass cities filled with oxygen, plants, and water. Water itself would be precious. Beneath the surface lies frozen ice. Melting it could supply drinking water and even rocket fuel if split into hydrogen and oxygen. Food would be grown in greenhouses using hydroponics or treated Martian soil. Colonists would depend on their ability to grow crops locally rather than relying on endless supplies from Earth. Energy would come from solar panels and nuclear reactors. Dust storms make sunlight unreliable, so nuclear power might be essential to keep colonies alive. Daily life on Mars. What would it feel like to live there? Gravity on Mars is one-third of Earth's, so people could jump higher and carry more. But long-term, low gravity could weaken bones and muscles, forcing colonists to exercise constantly. The Martian day is about 24 hours and 39 minutes, close to Earth's, so our bodies could adapt. But the year is nearly twice as long, stretching seasons endlessly. Communication with Earth would also be slow. Messages could take 5 to 20 minutes one way, making real-time conversations impossible. Colonists would need to solve problems on their own. The view outside would remind everyone they weren't on Earth. A dusty pink sky, two tiny moons drifting overhead, and blue sunsets would make the planet strangely beautiful, yet alien. Challenges and risks. Even with technology, dangers would remain. Radiation exposure could shorten lives. Dust storms might cripple equipment. The psychological strain of isolation would be immense. Imagine being far from Earth in a small group, with no escape. Mental health would be as important as oxygen. The biggest unknown might be reproduction. Could humans safely have children on Mars? Low gravity and radiation could affect pregnancy and growth. To build not just a colony, but a civilization, humanity would have to face challenges we don't yet understand. Why Mars? Why risk so much for such a harsh world? Because Earth, though beautiful, is fragile. Climate change, asteroids, wars, or other disasters could endanger our survival. A second home could ensure humanity's future. Mars also represents possibility. Just as explorers once sailed across unknown oceans, reaching Mars would push us into a new era. It would inspire new inventions, new ideas, and a new vision of who we are. And perhaps Mars would teach us to care more for Earth. If we can survive on a barren world millions of kilometers away, surely we can protect the paradise we already have. A glimpse of the future picture. A Martian city, a glowing dome under the red sky, children playing in low gravity, vast farms of greenhouses feeding thousands. Rockets arrive and depart, connecting two worlds. Over time, Mars could grow from a survival outpost into a thriving civilization. Some dream of terraforming the entire planet, warming the air, creating seas, and turning deserts into grasslands. It might take centuries, but it could one day transform Mars into a second Earth. Final thought. So what if we could live on Mars? It would be dangerous, uncomfortable, and filled with risks. But it would also be the greatest adventure in human history. Mars challenges us to dream bigger, to embrace risk, and to imagine a future beyond Earth. Maybe one day, when we look at the night sky, Mars won't just be a red dot. It will be another home,